Hey guys, today I'll be giving you some tutorials on how to do a proper back taper fade. So please stay with me, and if you are seeing my video for the first time, as I always said, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, because that will keep me going and that will make you get to see more of my videos. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So in this video, I'll be giving you a detailed explanation. As a beginner, you need to calm down to learn this. So after I set my line of guard, as you can see, the hair is a full hair. That the hair is much and it's very high. So I brought out my 2 guard step and started brushing it. But as you can see, the way I'm moving my hand, I'm not brushing it inside, I'm brushing it outside. So learn this. This is your second step after you set your line of guard. So make sure you are following this. This is your second step after you set your line of guard. You have to brush it with your 2 guard step outside. Then from there, I proceeded to my 1 guard level. So, but at this point, I'm not brushing it upward. So now I'm doing it downwards because this is the 1 guard level. So you have to blend it with that line of guard you set earlier, because that's what you mean by this is a proper fade. So keep observing with me the way I'm moving my hand. It got to some point I had to remove the tape. Then I used my clipper lever to adjust it to 0.75. Still repeated the same thing I was doing with the 1 guard step. But keep observing, because as a beginner you need to know this. While fading the back of your taper fade, you need to be observing this line of guard and the main height of the customer's hair so that you can get a proper fading. So now back to my lever open is 0.75. I'm fading it back downwards. Then I spin my clipper around, took it upward, but not, as you can see that this is not going too high or anywhere closer to the main height of the hair. Then you repeat this method up and down, but make sure you are avoiding the level of the height of the hair. So learn this now. Make sure you avoid the height of the hair, but keep moving your clipper up and down till you get a proper blending in with the hair. So keep observing the way I'm doing it. I have to go back to my 1 guard step again so that I can bring it downwards, so that this fading I'm doing will only match with the main height of the hair. So just keep observing the way I'm doing it. Don't skip this video. If you watch this video this far, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, because this is a very good barbing tips for beginner. If you know any beginner that is still finding it difficult to do back taper fade, so you can just share this video to him or her so that he can learn more of this and to avoid error and to get a very proper work for his or her customer. So back to my work, I have to fade it continuously up and down, but making sure I avoid the height of the hair, which is the main level of the hair. But I'm making sure that line of guard I set earlier is fading up gradually, but still keep observing. I got to a point I have to be trimming some little side of the hair and making sure I'm still observing the main height of the hair. So keep observing. I'm adjusting my levers step by step, but making sure I'm avoiding that main height of the hair. But at this point I was almost done, so I was just doing some few touches on the lower part of the hair. So keep this in your mind. I was doing some few touches. I'm done with the main fading. So now time for line up. I brought out my trimmer. Yeah, I'm using powder for this so that you can understand how to line up the back of taper fade properly. So starting from the angles, as you can see, the hair is a very full hair, so don't mind whether the hair is spreading wide, but make sure that line up matches with where your fading ends at the side. As you can see, I'm doing it from side. I'll go to the other side too to repeat the same thing. So keep learning this. I know most of you guys know how to line up back of taper fade properly, but if you don't still know how to do it, you can still learn from this video. So keep observing. I was just using my trimmer to touch some few parts on the neck, but the main work of the trimmer is for me to do the lineup. So keep observing the way I'm doing it and making sure I don't touch the main height of the hair. This is what I've been repeating. Don't touch the main height of the hair, just trim off a little bit from the hair. So keep observing the way I'm doing it gradually. I even have to pinch small parts of the side beards so that the trimming, so that the lineup can come out well and good. So keep observing the way I'm doing it and make sure you still check for the excess hair on the customer's neck also. So I'm done at this point. I just had to do some little enhancement, but that's another video for another day. So if you watched this video this far, please like, share. That sharing is important, and subscribe to my channel. Turn on our notifications so that as soon as a new video drops, you'll be notified. Thanks for watching.